place of the crosses. Crosses were laid on the gravesite, and that's how Las Cruces received its name. Kelly Kulick now up in the semifinal match.
Beautiful opening shot.
Exactly. I tell you what, we've said it every week she's been on the show, but this lady does not look like a rookie.
Well, she just has an awesome physical ability. Very athletic, very strong young lady, and it shows. And yet she's so smooth.
Carolyn Dorin Ballard off of a very good opening match, 243.
Come on, ball!
You know, now they showed the side view of her there for a minute, and to me it looked like her feet were very fast. And that could be. She needs to get it just a little bit more to the right earlier. Jumps and goes a little high. Or bad break gets a split.
Her feet getting faster. One of the things she talked about, she had trouble slowing down this week.
Yes.
Gave that one a run.
On Monday, she was nice and slow. She could get the ball into a roll. She bowled great. She said when Tuesday came and Wednesday morning, she couldn't slow herself down enough. So it's funny, day to day, fatigue, all those little factors come into play. The shot gets a little different.
And she said that was her weakness, mental focus and concentration, and that was part of it, trying to get herself to slow down, and she just couldn't do it.
And her strength, though, was changing lines. So if the lanes are going to start to break down a little bit, I wouldn't be surprised if she moved a bit.
As usual, come back with a great shot to follow up that open frame. Don't forget she started that first game with an open frame also, that 243 game.
And that just set her off, didn't it?
It sure did. You should know something about setting off, Carolyn Dorin Ballard. You've probably done it once or twice in your lifetime.
Maybe just once or twice. I think I could remember a time here.
Kelly Kulick starting with a strike here and follows with another. She gave us advice about those considering coming out on tour.
You know, there's so many things I could say, you know, to give advice, but most importantly, just to be open-minded, determined, know that you really want to do it and you want to try, and just to come out because it's a great experience and you have fun no matter what happens. But most importantly, just to come out and try, because you really have to try before you know what's going to happen.
And she's definitely trying, and she likes what's happening. 7th TV appearance in a rookie season. Carl Honeychurch last year with 9 TV appearances in a rookie season. Light, so neither player will be able to shoot that 300 tonight and collect that Travelodge Hotel's $50,000 bonus for a perfect game. Maybe in the championship match.
We see Kelly's TV appearances. I'm sorry, everyone's TV appearances. Carolyn 17, Cara 13, Wendy 9, Kelly 7, Dee Dee 4. I mean, unbelievable.
Those are the 50 I mentioned at the top of the show, and
that's a hefty 50.
Yeah, it sure is. They're comfortable on TV, or should be by now.
I think the audience is getting comfortable watching them every week.
All even right now. Carolyn Dorin Ballard has been happy with her TV performance. You know, at least this swing, she's done very well. While she's won just the one title this swing, she averaged 211.9 for TV during this entire swing, and the low game of 182. That's pretty good.
That's exceptionally good. She did say, though, last week on the show she should have adjusted to the carry down a little quicker, but she felt overall she bowled very well. But as we know, I hate to say it, but she does always leave that dreaded 7-10. I know. Oh. Don't look at me like that.
Uh-oh.
I know. I shouldn't have said it, but I had to.
Oh, my. Okay, cover that 7-10. And you better get all 10 of these, Carolyn.
Carolyn would like to say hi to Dell Sr., her father-in-law, and Francis, and her sympathies go out to Carol Hazlitt and family for the loss of her mother. So we're sorry about that.
Carolyn trails now by 20 pins. Steps up in the 4th frame. She's working on a spare. Struck last time on this lane.
Oh, that was a great shot. That was beautiful. That was crisp. Exactly what Wendy said. You had to be very crisp this week. Tougher the conditions are, the better, the more on top of your game you better be, or else.
Kelly talked about her advice to young players coming out. She also said that it was college bowling that prepared her for this, for tour life, and that's where you should be if you're in college and you bowl. Hey, get involved in the bowling program.
If you have the opportunity, you might as well do it. It's a smart move.
Well, we have the Brunswick Women's World Open and the shootout coming up. The top 8 will make the shootout. As you can see, Kelly Kulick right now in 9th position. She'll finish either first, second, or third tonight, so she'll either remain in 9th or she can move up to 8th position if she finishes second or better. With one event left, Brunswick Women's World Open. So it's going to be a tight race, those top 8 positions.
The claws are going to be out for those top 8 positions. Oh my God.
Ouch. That one hurts.
Boy, I'll tell you, she looks flawless out there so far. Beautiful style, gets it off her hand, just crisp, clean. Gets it out to the right, and you can see how it boomerangs back. Stone 9. Great shot.
So she will attempt to shoot the spare and keep it clean. So right now we are all even in the semifinal match of the Las Cruces, New Mexico Open. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Monday night, October 15th, the Women's Sports Foundation held their annual Salute to Women in Sports dinner at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. I was fortunate enough to fill in for Robin Massanti, representing the sport of bowling at this gala event that was attended by many of the top female athletes from all over the world. A celebrity auction was held to raise money for the WSF, which included bowling balls signed by myself and Robin. The event, which was also attended by PWBA President John Falzone and WIBC First Prize President Elaine Hagan, was capped off by the announcement of the Sports Women of the Year. This year's team award went to basketball star Lisa Leslie. While pole vaulter extraordinaire Stacy Dragila took the individual honors. The night was a rousing success and a testament to the power and resolve of women's athletics throughout the world. And this lady, Carolyn Dorin Ballard, was nominated for that individual Sportswoman of the Year. She did not win, but in our eyes, she probably should have, or was equally as good as many of the other women who were nominated for that category.
Oh, God, that's
You're lucky it was not a 7-10.
That was a nice shot off her hand. You see both the 7 and the 10 getting ready to go, but the 10's still wobbling. Easy spare for Carolyn.
Kelly Kulick will now be in the lead by 20 because Carolyn did not strike. We were all even while we were away, both players alternating with spares and strikes. I made mention that Carolyn, animals maybe didn't like her earlier, but I don't know, a spider was crawling at her in the 6th frame when she struck her. Is that considered an animal? Nah, I guess not.
I would have squashed it.
Tournament director Wyatt Slaughter had to go out on the approach and take a spider off while we were gone.
With my opponent's shoe, of course.
63 TV appearances, of course, 17 of them this season.
214 average. That's a great TV average.
Carolyn having no problem striking on lane 25. 4 straight strikes this match, and no strikes for her on lane 26 this match. Meanwhile, Kelly Kulick is striking every time on lane 26.
And using every inch of 26. Not a very good match play, 13 and 11, which means this lady bowled some outstanding games. If that pin did not go down, Kelly Kulick was walking down and knocking it down, I believe. Same shot as before. Really getting it out to the right. Has such a nice shot to the pocket. Almost leaves a stone 9. She'd like that, yes. 3 times.
You better be down. And again, lane 26. She's only had 1 strike on lane 25. It was the first frame.
Taking a deep breath there, you see, before she starts.
Definitely not her favorite lane. 6, 7, 10.
Here you see, she didn't quite get it out as far as she's been. And once you don't, it catches early, and that's the result. Although this is sparable. She finished second in the WIBC Queens back in May, too, none other than Carolyn Dorin Ballard.
Yeah, this match right here. Kelly Kulick's done very well in the major. She was second in the U.S. Open also to Tennille Grijalva. So Carolyn Dorin Ballard just took the lead while sitting on the bench. That's assuming she continues to strike here. She's working on a strike in the 8th and has to find out a way to strike just 1 time on lane 26.
She doesn't look it, but she's nervous.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Oh my God.
You have got to be kidding me. Same thing we've seen several times. Wendy McPherson, Kelly Kulick, solid 9s.
But this one she did get in a little. She too didn't get it out to the right as far as she's been. Still a great shot. Could have went for any of the girls. A little disappointed there. But it held. So she might have been a little lucky just leaving the 9-pin.
Spares it up, and we will have a 4-pin match. Carolyn Dorin Ballard will trail by 4 pins, and she'll finish first. So basically, Kelly Kulick will have to match what Carolyn does. Carolyn defeated Kelly earlier in the week.
And Kelly not getting any on that split. She probably didn't mean to throw it in the gutter, obviously.
Oh, I'm sure she didn't.
As you've seen week to week, the shows are always coming down to the last frame, so wood is important on splits.
Carolyn Dorin Ballard's career record on TV against Kelly Kulick, 3-0.
That was nice.
She got 1. If she doubles here, she'll force Kelly Kulick to double. And then we'll be looking at pin count. Carolyn talked about that she bowled well this week, but not the best that she's ever bowled. Again, the nerves thing, an issue with her all week.
She said a lot of that is just mental and physical fatigue. And people need to understand also, it's just as mentally and physically grueling to be on top as it is to get there.
Oh, big shots. Oh, she gets the big trip on the 7-pin.
Coming up a little light. This one she definitely gave room. Threw it a little harder, I believe, coming up a little light. Taps it right out. Look at her leaning over. She wants that out of there. She wants to duke it out with the 7-pin.
I think so, and so she remains perfect on lane 25 this match. If she strikes here, it'll be a score of 198. Kelly Kulick would need 2 strikes and 7 pins.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. Huge 10th frame for Carolyn.
Big finish, so the rookie now has the weight on her shoulders and will have to finish this match. It was her choice who would start and who would finish last. 2 strikes and 7 pins is what she needs.
And she is on her better lane. She definitely trusted it.
Not the
Not
shot she
the
wanted to have
exact
happen, so
one.
Carolyn Dorin Ballard hangs on to win the semifinal. We'll return with info
That was a
on
good
entering
match.
the U.S. Open and a recap
Like in this
of tonight's matches.